MotoToyz. Thanks for watching, and I said in the previous video I was going to go through a little rundown on the changes I made to my 2004 Banshee, and let's go with a quick little rundown on what I've done so far to it. So when I got this from a guy out of state, it was in good shape. It was the blue, the factory blue with the silver metallic frame. So what I did was I tore it completely down to a bare frame, and I went ahead and got the frame powder coated, gloss black, and I got the swing arm. I powder coated the swing arm. The color of this is called Alien Silver Metallic. The reason I chose that one was because it was the closest that I thought to the factory metallic silver at the time. So, and then I have a really good friend that I've been having since I've been a kid, and that dude is a ATV or like just power sports engine wizard, to be honest with you. He'd probably laugh if he ever comes across this video for me saying that, but he gave me these A-arms. I had bought brand new A-arms and they were defective. The caster camber adjustment on them was out of whack. My tire was leaning in like really far. So he gave me these, and they were blue. They were on one of his Banshees, and I went ahead and had them powder coated the same color as the swing arm. And right here I got brand new front shocks. The reason I replaced the front shocks was because the ones that the bike came on, after I had the bike for a little while, I'd ride it here and there, and then this one ended up blowing on me. Yeah, it ended up, I went for a ride one day, and it compressed all the way down, almost, and then it didn't even come back. So I blew that shock. I replaced both of them with brand new shocks. I got a bolt kit. I got a polished stainless steel bolt kit that I went ahead and changed. It was 630 something piece bolt set on eBay. It changed out every bolt on here except the carrier bolt right here for the swing arm, and for whatever reason the bolt right here for the A-arm. But all the rest of them, all the attachments for the motor mounts, and I mean just little things like for the shifter, all your casing bolts, the heads, cylinder heads, all the fasteners for the plastics, for your handle, everything but those. So, and it is in the description that they do not supply those bolts. I never did place the rear shock because I just didn't have to. I went ahead and bought some new some rollers from TMD Factory Designs right there. They had some on here before, some aftermarkets. I can't remember quite what they were, but they weren't as up to par as these, to be honest with you. And I went ahead and I went for the open. I took the airbox off, and I went ahead and put dual K&N. I got a guy riding an ATV of some sort right now. So I went ahead and went with the K&N filters. I went ahead and just measured the amount of space in here, and I went online and just figured out dimension-wise which one was going to fit in here. Of course, the flange as well. You got to measure that flange to make sure it fits. K&N has just a very large selection of different sizes of K&N filters to pretty much fit anything. And I went ahead and put a new Moose Racing boost bottle on here. A lot of guys say it's nothing but a joke, but they had one on there before, so I went ahead and just replaced it and put a new one. Completely tore down both of the carburetors and changed out all the carburetors. I went ahead and changed out this screw, and good thing I found the old one, because when I put the auto screw in, I didn't tighten down the nut right here, so it backed out on me and it fell out, so I lost it. I have a new one, but I gotta put it in. I just been lazy, I didn't put it in yet. So it might not look like it, but I changed those springs and they're just really dirty all of a sudden. They got real dirty real quick. And let's come back here. I changed the brake. Got a brand new brake caliper and pads. I got new front brake lines. See, I got some right here. I got the new brake lines right here. Stainless steel braid, polymer coated. I didn't read the description well. It only came with the front set. I was wanting to do the whole thing, but I just had to get the rear brake line, so that's okay. Ain't no big deal. But I went ahead and just for cosmetic reasons, I changed this little plate out, and I changed that one out. The one I actually wanted was black, where the little slashes right here were actually what was polished. But it was out of stock, so I went ahead and just got that. I had changed this right here, the kickstart as well, because of that rattle. And it wasn't long after that it went ahead and wore out and started rattling again. So I went ahead and got some pegs, some aftermarket pegs, and these right here. I pretty much completely parted out this entire ATV from eBay. All the parts were new. I went ahead and got a new reservoir for the rib brakes. I went ahead and got these, even though these came painted black, I got these powder coated because I'm always stepping on them, you know, so I want them to be real tough coating on there. And these, also, before I forget, those, the K&N filters, they're chrome on the ends. They got little chrome caps on the ends right there, so if you see the ATV from behind, you know, you at the right angle, you can see that. It's just a cool little accent piece. They got them with or without the chrome. I got FMF gnarlies on here. The way these, I mean, performance-wise, I mean, this thing on the bottom and mid-range, it has so much acceleration. It tops out at 80. I put it on GPS, and it tops out at 80. You know, growing up, they had all these guys that used to say, "Oh, my Banshee does 100. It does 105." I said all these hundreds, you know. And now that I got one, and I know what's in the engine, and that was all BS. You know, you have to re-gear this thing in order to see those type of speeds. But you know, when you get, let's say, like you build like a 421, and I mean, the acceleration is going to be just intense. And these right here focus on the low and mid-range power band. So, and actually I like that. I like the acceleration. Honestly, I did 80 on this thing one time, and I'll probably never ever do that again. You know, because yeah, it's kind of scary. But yeah, as you can see, this one's brand new right here. Yeah. That one didn't fall out because I did that one correctly. The other one I didn't. Got V-Force 3 reeds in here, and honestly, I think I'm gonna need to pull those out and probably replace the reeds, because that was what came on here. I don't know what kind of shape they're in. So for some reason, I feel like this cylinder isn't putting out, just by the way the exhaust is behaving. I don't feel like this cylinder is putting out as much, or precisely equal to the one on the left. So, but yeah, this is it. I went ahead and got these decal kit on eBay. I got the seat cover, you know, I got the new plastics, all on eBay. I tell you what, the most expensive part on the entire bike was these plastics. You know, the biggest amount of money. So at one time, they were like $300-400 or something like that. I tell you what, and the tank shroud, man, that's kind of pricey too. That's like $100 just for that one little piece right there. So, but put a little Tusk gas cap on there. And recently, I put these handlebars. They're from Fly. They were only like $30. I had some tags on here, and to tell you the truth, they kind of were a lower profile. I had the extension on here, but they were a lower profile, and you kind of had more of a forward kind of posture on the bike. This one kind of sits you up a little more. It's a little more comfortable, and the angles on your wrist I find are a little more comfortable. Put some OD grips on here. Man, these things are really soft. I don't know if you can see me pushing in on that grip right there, how soft they are. but they work really well. They're clamp-ons. They actually bolt on. They slip right over, and you bolt them on with the little fasteners right here. So got some ASV brake and clutch levers. The clutch line is new. I replaced it when I did the restoration, but for some reason, after a little while, my clutch is kind of stiff. I feel like it's stiff, so this thing is probably going to need the engine's probably going to need to be overhauled sooner or later, but for the most part, it runs solid. I mean, it cranks right up. Let's see if we can make a liar out of me. I'll go ahead and do a little quick crank up right here. Like I said, see if it'll make a liar out of me. As I said, usually always just cranks right up. Yeah, she might smoke a little bit. She usually does in the beginning. I'm running 40 to 1. But, yeah, this is it right here. I said she cranks right up. After she gets warmed up and ready to roll, the smoke pretty much almost disappears. I don't know if you can even see it in the camera, the little bit that it does. But yeah, it runs good. Yeah, I threw a little Metal Militia on there. I'm a Brian Deegan fan. Pretty soon, I got some decals coming in for those over there. I'm pretty much gonna Metal Militia and Rockstar those up over there. That's for another video. I got this used. The bumper, I had some aftermarket bumpers on there, like some Baja style bumpers. If I forgot to mention that, this one came already painted. It was in fair condition. It wasn't brand new, so there's a little ding here and there, but it was repainted already like it is. And I went ahead and got the black one grab bar, and it brand new, great shape, looks really good black. You don't really see that much. And also replaced the axle nut, all the bearings. I didn't say that either earlier. Is all the carrier, all the bearings in the swing arm and then the shock, the rear shock, and inside of the axle bearings, all that's brand new. I replaced this with a nice little billet nut. Looks cool. I went ahead and painted this up too. I painted the sprocket up and stuff. But that's about it. So make sure I didn't. Oh, and I got this too. I don't know if you can see it, but I went ahead and got a bracket because I got rid of the airbox. And when you get rid of the airbox, you have nothing for your. There's nothing for your reservoir for your coolant to sit on. So there's a little aftermarket bracket that bolts right here, and it bolts over here, and that's where I got like the ground wires and stuff bolted on as well. And so that seat's on right, it doesn't move. It follows. There's a little hole up here where when you take your seat off, you can refill it. You know, it falls all in line. There's no issue with that. I got that also on eBay. Some guy makes them, I don't know who, and he sells them. And like I say, I gotta say, the parting this thing out wasn't bad at all. I can't tell you really how much money I got into it. I never really went ahead and did a sit down and figured out how much money I spent on it, but I mean, I didn't really feel it, to be honest with you. But a few test rides on here. These are like, I think, a +1 A-arms, and they really softened up the ride. Not dramatically. And look, these things are brand new, man. I don't know how this got chipped, and I'm gonna have to like kind of run a little cloth on there, like a little emery cloth, and get that rust off of there and touch that up. I mean, it must be like rocks or something hitting this. I don't know. We don't have much rocks around here where I live, but somehow it's gotten chipped up, and I don't have any clue. But because they are brand new. But I mean, big heavy duty ball joints. If they ever go bad, you just unbolt them from right here, replace them. It's a heavy duty tie rods. You gotta get the tie rod with this because you can't use the factory ones because it ain't long enough. Your your tires will be like this. So I got that powder coated gloss black as well, like to match the frame. You know, I got the A-arms matching the swing arm. Oh, also I got a heavy duty chain. I gotta adjust it. It's loose right now because I just put it on. It's like rated at 7,500 pounds. I also got that on eBay. And the chain before was so stretched out. Like I said, this thing's got so much torque that it stretched the chain out like almost a whole nother length and a half compared to this one. So I gotta go ahead and, you know, as you see the bolts like way out, I gotta go ahead and push that and tighten this up and get it adjusted. I just never adjusted it yet. I just went in there and got the chain on there and went with it. So I'll get it all adjusted up before we make a new video when we go tear it up at the track. But thanks for watching. I hope y'all guys enjoyed it. So I also got this from Mod Quad. That was the brand Mod Quad on eBay. Little chrome plate right here to hold the handlebars on. I thought that was pretty neat. But yeah, that's about it. You know, that's about it. And let's see the lights. What happened was the guy actually that I bought it from removed the lights, and I had a machine shop weld me on some clamps. I mean some pad outs right here for lights. I'm a little torn on what I want to do as far as lights. So I think I want some HIDs. That they got some HIDs on online on eBay that look like, they almost look factory, but they got like a red ring around them. They kind of match the bike pretty good. So go with that black and red theme, you know, kind of sticking with that. But alright guys, I said it before, thanks for watching. You know, this is my Banshee, my first one I ever owned for now. You know, I went ahead and purchased one of those things over there recently to have a new project because this one's pretty much all done. Ain't got much left I can really piddle with on this thing. So thank you guys for watching. MotoToyz out.